12, maybe 13 inches. What is happening, people? Hey guys, we're back at the lake today, gonna do some fishing. It is the 1st of September. Today's video, I'm gonna go over 3 things to always be looking for during that fall transition and during that fall period. So guys, stay with me. Hope you enjoy the video. Another good crappie. Another crappie there, over 10 inches long. Boom. Got him on that banana pepper color. Now, I got banana pepper on just because that's what was tied on. I saw what was tied on and I knew this water would be a little on the dingy side. So banana pepper is always good in this color water. So I'm gonna bite that off just a little bit because it got torn a little bit. That's okay, it'll still catch fish. Make it a little shorter. You know, and I got a pretty hard breeze. Usually under a bridge, the breeze is usually a little faster because the air is compressed as it comes under the bridge. Causes a little bit of current here. Got current, got bait fish, great ambush point. One reason the crappie like it is. Feels like a pretty good one right here, y'all. I'd say that's a right nice one. That one right there is probably 12, maybe 13 inches. Put that on spotlight. So, you know, one of the reasons, and you always think about when you get to the lake, what time of day it is. Well, right now, it is almost 12 o'clock. And I got a late start this morning. Been getting some deer hunting stuff ready. Bow season will be in here in another week or so. Anyway, come to the lake, it's 12 o'clock. So I automatically knew I'm gonna have to fish docks or either fish, you know, the bridge. So I came up the lake and I said, well, I'm gonna stop and check the bridge. Bridge year round has good opportunities, and I'm gonna get a better look at it. Great opportunities to catch nice sized crappie right there. And early in the video I said one of the things that you want to look at, and we'll go over that throughout the video, is, you know, getting on the fall time of the year, you start looking, one of the first things to look for is water temperature. From the main lake to right here, the water temperature is 3 degrees cooler. And as we go up the creek, it probably even gets even cooler. Many times in the fall, you'll have crappie that will start to push towards the creeks of, you know, of the lake, out of the main lake, up the creeks, and they're seeking out that little bit of cooler water because basically that's where the shad's gonna go to. So I always check up there. I'm not saying you can't go to the main lake and catch fish, but always check those creeks because the water temperature gets a little cooler. And later on in the video, later on this fall, we'll be doing some fishing at some of the creeks. Another little crappie there. He's pushing 10 inches. So, I'm under that bridge, right around that collar. Boom. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch to some smaller baits. Now I'll say this about a bridge or a community hole where somebody fishes a lot. Fish can become very, very finicky, but just because they see so many minnows and so many lures, then they sometimes just get to where they don't want to bite. So I'm gonna switch over to a really small bait, a finesse bait, if you will. Now, the second point I want to make about fall fishing is water clarity. That's number 2. I would rather run an extra 3 to 4 miles and fish some water that's got stain to it or on the muddy side than I would fish really clear water. I just find that I catch more fish, that's personal preference, I catch more fish in stained or muddy water than I do. Maybe I should say bigger fish, just because they, you know, when that water gets crystal clear, those fish know that either they see the line, they know that is not something that they normally eat, especially if they're not in a feeding mode. If they're in a feeding mode and they want to feed, lots of times they will bite in that clear water. But that's just me personally, what I have found. I'm looking for dingier water. Let's ease up here and see if we can finesse one out from around this bridge piling. There's not as many fish here as it was a couple of weeks ago. Couple of weeks ago, there was a lot of fish here. Now, you're going to find that fish move in and out all the time. Just because you find them today don't mean you're going to find that concentration tomorrow. That's just how it is with crappie. Crappie will move in and out of a dock. You know, crappie like to have a resting place. They feed a lot at night. This is a full moon week here, so I expect a lot of fish have been out feeding, more so at night. And so, boom, there you go. You're just plugging around a little bit, looking. We're checking some docks now. I might break my long rod out. Gives me a little leverage to get back there to back. Try that again. I missed it. A little gap in there. Oh, stop it, stop. I'll let you go in a second. Crazy thing. Well, it took us a while, but we finally found a dock that we could actually get to the fish and catch some. That's a good crappie there. I have fished several docks. Some of the ones that I have fished before and found fish, like 2 weeks ago, there's really no fish on them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Fish move around a lot. These crappie move around a lot. So just because, you know, what you do, you eliminate, over the years, you eliminate docks you never find fish at. Once you do find fish at, every now and then, you always go back and check those. So, hey, let's turn around and catch another fish, y'all. Got a pretty good wind on this dock here. It's blowing me back to this side to fish, or to this side, the sun's to the south side. It's creating a lot of shade back this direction. And so I can set up pretty good on this one and make some good casts. Well, attempt to make a good cast. You know how that goes sometimes. And till the boat comes down the lake, washes me off. There he is right there. Decent crappie. Come on up here and see me there, big boy. Come on up here and see me. All So here's another good one. He's over 10, probably pushing 11. Yeah, pretty crappie, pretty crappie. You know, another thing that you need to pay attention to, so tip number 3, if you would, this time of year, is putting together a pattern. You come to the lake, where did you find the fish? What temperature was the water? What part of the lake were they in? Were they in the creek prongs? Were they on the main lake points? Were they on structure and deeper water? So what kind of pattern can you put together and replicate that as the fall continues to happen? Now the water temperature is still a little hot now. It's about 76 degrees up here, up this creek. And in a couple more weeks, if it stays cool, this is a hot day today. It's been really cool here lately. So as that water temperature begins to really cool off, these fish are going to start biting a lot better. As we all know, I love the fall bite. It's always you know, fish are a little more aggressive, and you can really catch some really nice crappie in the fall. I like the fall. They may not quite have the weight on them that they do in, say, February and March, but you can still catch some good quality, you know, 1.25 to 2 pound fish. That's what I say quality is. That's just basically the presentation that I'm using. Pretty standard presentation. Now, I just got up in there, one of them spots there. That might be Never Never Land back there. I may not get this one back. We'll see. And a lot of times, if you know you've thrown over a cross member, boom, and you can hang a fish like that. You can get it out from under there without getting hung. Tell them, Dennis, you know. Yeah, you get back under the cross member and you can hang a fish. A lot of times you can swim that fish over top of the over top of the brace. Yeah, that's another good quality fish. He's over 11 inches long, easy. Yeah, he's over 11. Not keeping fish today. I know some people say, man, I wouldn't throw them fish back. The world is wrong with that boy. But I'm not keeping fish today, and I may keep some next week. A lot of people say, what do you do with all those fish you catch, Sam? Well, I'm catch and release. That's why when people make comments on YouTube about live scope, oh, there he is right there. Live scope is ain't gonna be no fish, they're gonna catch them all. That's definitely not true, especially for me, because I throw back way more fish than I ever catch. Another good quality. Good day. Boom! What I'm talking about. It's good to you right there, boy. Man. Banana pepper. Bananas catch gorillas. That's a good color right there. That banana pepper is a good color in anything that you want to fish. This is the LC shad. This is basically a 2-inch bait. You can fish. I expect if I had a BA stinger on here or fathead minnow, I could catch these fish. This color just shows up well in this particular watercolor. This has got a little bit of a brown stain to it. Not really dingy, muddy, but it's got an off color. And basically this creek channel here always has some sort of, I got bit but I didn't hang, some sort of color here. It always has. Even when the rest of the lake is crystal clear, this particular prong always has a little bit of color. Over the years I found electric chicken with something with pink in it was always a good color to fish up here. When I used to troll, and I used to troll quite a bit, and something with a little bit of that pink, that electric color, electric chicken color was always was an ideal color up here to fish. Guys, hey, we getting ready to end the video, and you know, it was a good day today. We caught quite a few crappie, caught some decent crappie up to a little over 12 inches. I think that one was probably pushing 12 and a half, maybe even 13 inches. And fished mainly structure, fished up the creeks, found a little bit cooler water temperature, fished structure, which is docks, Didn't fish any brush. I'll probably do that later on. Fish the bridge, and I didn't check all the bridges, but guys, you remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Don't forget, hit the like button and click the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Wildlife Adventures. And please subscribe. It is absolutely free. Guys, you remember, it's a wild life, and I'll see you on the water.